Good morning, everyone. I'd like to thank everybody for joining ABRA's roll call hearings this morning being conducted via the WebEx platform provided by the DC Office of Government. Two cases on the calendar today. First case on the calendar is Bronze DC. Case number 22PRO00092, Bronze DC LLC, 1245 H Street Northeast, license number ABRA 121843. This is a retailer class CT new application. The protest issues are adverse impact on peace order and quiet, residential parking, and real property values. My name is Laverne Fletcher, conducting the roll call hearing as the board's agent. Is anyone present on behalf of Bronze DC?
Yes, good morning. Sidon Johannes here on behalf of the applicant, and that is SIDONYOHANNES.
Thank you, Ms. Johannes. We have a group of 5 or more individuals in this case. If each person present would state their name and spell it for the record, beginning any place you like.
I will begin. This is Cherie Mitchell, CHERIEMITCHELL, Cherie Mitchell.
Thank you, Ms. Mitchell.
Thank you.
I can go next. This is Carly Rush, CARLYRUSH.
I'll go next. My name is Eddie Curry. That's EDDIE. Last name CURRY.
I can go next. Pat Devney, PATRICK, Devney, DEVNEY.
I'll go next. Llewellyn Engel, first name Llewellyn, LLEWELYN, last name Engel, ENGEL.
I'll go next. My name is Lisa Green, LISA, Green, GREENE.
I'll go next. Wilton Madison, WILTON, Madison, MADISON.
Okay.
I'll go. Rebecca Birnbach Graves, REBECCA, and last name is BERNBACHGRAVES.
Thank you.
I'll go. I'm Zach Graves, ZACHGRAVES.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll go next. This is Robert Pittman, ROBERT, Pittman, PITTMAN.
Thank you.
Good morning, Ms. Fletcher.
Good morning, Mr. Pittman. Okay, so we have, well, let me check with Ms. Johannes first of all. Ms. Johannes, is the applicant present today?
No, the applicant is not.
Thank you. So we have a group of 5 or more. The number of individuals present today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 10 individuals present today. From the group of 21, I counted a total of 21 individuals in this group. There are 10 individuals present today, which means that the group has standing as a protestant. We need to set some dates. We need to set a date for a status hearing, a protest hearing, and a mediation. Oh, let me ask you this. Who's going to be the designated representative or the representatives for this group?
This is Cherie Mitchell speaking. I am the designated representative for this group, as well as Carly Rush.
Thank you. The status hearing is scheduled for October 26th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. The protest hearing is set for November 30, 2022 at 1:30. I will give you the next available day for mediation. The next available day for mediation is Tuesday, September 27, anytime between 10 and 1:30. That's the next available day. If
I'm
that
sorry,
works.
September 27th, you said?
Yes, that's next Tuesday. And for mediation, the designated representatives only need to be present, but anyone in the group can appear for mediation, obviously, because standing is granted to the entire group. So, so Ms. Mitchell and Ms. Rush, is September 27 good for you?
Ms. Fletcher, it is fine for me. Carly?
It is.
Or
I think
actually, I'm sorry, I apologize. That's not the best date for me.
Okay. Let's move to, we're gonna move then to the first week in October. What about Tuesday, October 4? Anytime between 10 and 1:30.
I, as the applicant, can do, actually, I'm sorry, give me those times again.
Anytime between October 4, anytime between 10 and 1:30.
Okay, I could do after 12:30.
Okay.
So 12:30 or after.
This is Cherie Mitchell speaking. That date and time works for me.
how
Mr. Rush?
how late did you say? What was the window?
10, anytime between 10 and 1:30.
Okay. If we can do 1, then I can do that date if that works
Okay.
for everyone.
Yeah. And so if there's anyone else from the group that will be attending, Ms. Mitchell or Ms. Rush, you can let me know and I'll send a WebEx invitation to the individuals that are going to attend.
Yes, Ms. Fletcher, Robert Pittman will be in attendance.
Okay.
And Lisa Green, are you going to be in attendance?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Making a note of that, so.
Ms.
and I'll
Fletcher?
send- Yes, Mr. Pittman?
And all due respect to Carly and Cherie, a number of the protestants here, this is their first time, and we all want them to feel comfortable. So I think if you could again say to them that they have the opportunity to participate, I think that would be helpful.
You sure do. Any protestant in this group can attend the mediation. If everyone present today would like to attend, I'll send an invitation to everyone who's present today.
Yeah, I'd be interested.
Okay.
Ms. Fletcher, this is Cherie Mitchell speaking. Just wanted to let you know and tried to get this in that we as a group are recording this meeting for our own purposes since everyone is not present. So we are doing an audio recording.
Okay, of the roll call?
of the roll call hearing today, correct?
And this is Carly Rush. Just a question. I assume that if we have someone who is interested in attending who hasn't spoken up here or who lets us know later, we can let you know and add them to the WebEx. Okay.
You sure can. Rebecca, can you spell your last name one more time?
Sure. It's Bernbach, B-E-R-N. And then it's two names, B-E-R-N-B-A-C-H, Bernbach Graves, G-R-A-V-E-S.
And so, Ms. Mitchell, let me ask you something. You sent me a list of everyone to send an invitation to today. So I will have the email addresses of anyone who is at roll call today that I sent an invite to. So I'll look at that list, and if there's a name that I have today that's not on the list you sent me, I'll let you know.
Thank you, Ms. Fletcher. One of the things is I know one individual that were on the email list that I sent in may not have received an invitation. So I forward that invitation to him since I had sent that to you. And so that is Eddie Curry. Just might want to double check, you know, the paperwork with regard to his email address.
Oh, and that's the other thing too. I mean, you can always forward the invite, but I'll send one. So, Mr. Curry, I will double check to make sure that your email address is on the list that I have, and if it's not, Ms. Mitchell, I'll let you know.
Thank you, Ms. Fletcher.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And so I have standing granted to a group of 5 or more, and the mediation is set for Tuesday, October 4 at 1:00 p.m. And just so that everyone knows, just shortly before the roll call hearing started, I received an email from Ms. Johannes that the ANC, that's ANC 6A, is it? That ANC 6A entered into a settlement agreement with Bronze DC, which means that if the board approves that settlement agreement, then the board automatically dismisses any group of 5 or more. But the settlement agreement hasn't been approved, it was just submitted. And so we'll proceed with the mediation, the status hearing, and the protest hearing. We'll just move forward until that happens, if it does, until the board approves the settlement agreement.
And
Ms. Johannes, that's correct, yes?
yes, that's correct. I was just gonna say, and I didn't realize I was on mute. I thought you were just ignoring me. I also wanted to just add that I'm putting my email in this group chat if anyone wants to contact me, and I will also, following this roll call later today, just email Miss Mitchell and Miss Rush as the representatives, and hopefully just have some, good communications with the parties moving forward. But yes, you are correct in what you stated.
This is Cherie Mitchell speaking. Thank you, Miss Johannes. Carly Rush or I will be the ones that will be in contact with you of this group.
Mr. Pittman, do I see your hand?
Regarding any settlement agreement that ANC 6A has entered into with the applicant, I will call to the board's attention and I will work with the rest of the protestants and the designated designees that it was not done in accordance with the Sunshine Act. There was not proper notification to the community. and that the agreement that has been reached with the ANC violates, in accordance, like I said, the Sunshine Act and what the interests of the protestants and the immediate community is. So we would challenge that with ABRA.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Pittman. I made a note of that too. I'll pass that information along. Second.
And while this might not necessarily, and I don't want to get into it at this point, but I do want to ask if you all have seen the contents of that agreement.
This is Cherie Mitchell speaking. We have seen the contents and they do not reflect our interest as a community. And
Okay.
as neighbors who immediately back to that property.
Like I said, yeah, I'll be in touch with you. We're happy to have communications with you all moving forward.
Mr. Pittman?
Yes, ma'am.
Or your hand.
I'm sorry. Let me take it down.
Okay, anything else? Anything else, Mr. Harness?
No, ma'am.
And I
Thank you.
saw that you put your contact information in the chat.
Yes.
Okay, well then I will send out the invites for the mediation. The invites for the status and protest hearing do not come from me and they go out at a later date. But I'll send you the dates for the mediation. Okay, if there's nothing more, thanks everybody for coming, and the roll call hearing in the matter of Bronze DC is concluded. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Fletcher.
You're
Thank you, Ms.
welcome, Ms. Mitchell. Nice to see everybody.
Thank
Thank
you. Good to see you as well. Have a good rest of the day.
All right, you too.
Thank you so much.
You're
Take
welcome.
care.
Take care, everybody.
Have a good day.
You too. We have one more case on the calendar today. This is the matter of Momo DC. This is case number 22PRO00091. Momo DC LLC, 1603 17th Street Northwest. License number ABRA 121064. This is a retailer class CR new application. The protest issues are adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet. My name is Laverne Fletcher, conducting the roll call hearing as the board's agent. Is anyone present on behalf of the establishment?
Good morning, Ms. Fletcher. This is Sean Morris on behalf of the applicant.
Good morning, Mr. Morris. Mr. Morris, can you spell your name for the record, please?
Of course I can. First name Sean, S-E-A-N. Last name Morris, M-O-R-R-I-S.
Thank you. Is anyone present on behalf of the protestant? On behalf of ANC2B?
Yes, Christopher Davis on behalf of ANC2B.
Davis, anyone else with you, Mr. Davis, today?
No.
Okay, thank you. That's sufficient. I'm just making sure. And Mr. Davis is a designated representative for ANC2B. Therefore, ANC2B does have standing as a protestant. We need to set a date for a status hearing, a protest hearing, and a mediation. I'll give you the date for the status and protest hearing first.
Can I ask a question?
Is that Mr. Morris?
This is Christopher Davis. Mr. Davis.
Christopher Davis, yes.
We have a settlement agreement that was agreed to by the parties. This was it's our standard settlement agreement. I'm wondering if that necessitates a hearing.
So the parties have already entered into a settlement agreement with the establishment?
Yes, I think if the only issue might be that we haven't gotten them signed by both parties, but otherwise, I believe the agreement is ready.
Mr. Morris, is that your understanding as well?
Yes, Ms. Fletcher, that is my understanding. And what I might suggest is, since we're just setting a status hearing, that we set the status hearing, just at a date, and then, as long as we submit the settlement agreement in advance of the status hearing, then the status hearing can come off the calendar. Would that be proper procedure, Ms. Fletcher?
Yeah, we ought to do it that way. So here's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna have to set a mediation for the same reason, but I'm gonna set the mediation way out. The status hearing is October 26th. So I will set the mediation for, let's see. The status hearing is October 26th. So how about if I set the mediation for October 21? That's a Friday. And then we'll just cancel it if necessary. Sounds like we will cancel it, but just to get a date on the books.
That works for me.
That's fine for the applicant as well, Ms. Fletcher.
Then how about Friday, October 21 at 10:30 a.m.
That's perfect.
Okay, yeah.
So I've got the mediation set for Friday, October 21 at 10:30. The status hearing is set for October 26th at 10:30. And I will go ahead and give you the date for the protest hearing first. And as you know, all these dates will be canceled upon receipt of the settlement agreement. But the protest hearing is set for November 30, 2022 at 1:30. And I've made a note that a settlement agreement is forthcoming. So like I said, once we get it, we'll cancel all of these proceedings.
Okay.
Well, anything else?
The applicant doesn't have anything else, Ms. Fletcher. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. What about you, Mr. Davis?
Nothing further. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for coming. The roll call hearing is concluded. Have a nice day.
You too, Ms. Fletcher. Thank you.
All right. Take care
Have a good
now.
day.
Okay.